If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum amount of listeners. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. All you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, that's ANCHOR.FM to get started. Welcome to the Hoodrat2Harvard podcast. I'm your host, Chandrika Simmons, also known as the Law Chick. This is season 2, episode 4, and we're going to title this, Music is My Parent. Yes, music is my parent. For many of us that had traumatic upbringings, there were different things that were escapes for us. For me, my escape from my tortured reality was music, and I love all things music. I've already set my funeral plans in action. I'm to have a second line. It's to be a karaoke celebration. I got my playlist that they're supposed to play during my celebration already on my computer. All I gotta do is type in one keyword, and boom, there goes my playlist. Of list of songs. But now, since I have a subscription to my YouTube music, I have curated. Look at me curating. Bitch, I'm a curator. I have curated several playlists. My most used one is my sensual seduction playlist, and it is a public playlist. So if you look up my name on YouTube along with sensual seduction, you'll find that I have at least right now it's at 223 songs that you can use when you're ready to get down. And I got pretty good taste, let me tell you. Pretty good taste to get you where you need to be on that one. And I also have my oldie but goodie, my holiday groove. I have 939 songs in my holiday groove playlist. So anytime during the holiday season, whether it's Christmas or Thanksgiving, I got you. All day, nonstop, days on end. It doesn't end. And I've curated some bangers on there. So then
when God gave out rhythm, He sure was good to you. You can add, subtract, multiply, and divide.
My vibe. That playlist is my escape. So I have everything on there from Jade from the 90s to Azalea Banks to Kiara and Shanice, to Bobby Womack, to Earth, Wind, and Fire, to Michelle A, to Alexander O'Neal, to Billy Preston, Anita Baker, of course, and Michael Franks, gotta have Michael Franks, K. Michelle, Kelly Price, Stevie Wonder, Bruno Mars, come on, Schoolboy Q, Phil Perry, Herb Albert. I did it all. That playlist is, that's my vibe. Then I have the old new vibe. So that's like me combining old upbeat music with new upbeat music. So I have everything on there from Travis Scott to G-Eazy, Janae Aiko. Who else on there? Gunna, Cardi B, Wale, Nipsey, of course. More Bobby Womack, some DeBarge, Boosie, Louisiana, Missy Elliott, Shalimar, The Whispers, Daily, 702, Yin Yang Twins, M2May, come on now, Demetria McKinney. People sleep on Demetria McKinney. That song Easy, that should be the number one hit. She sings her ass off on that song. Definitely got Uncle Luke, because Captain D is coming. Brownstone, you can sing it at the top of your lungs at any event. It's a winner. Then you got Howard Hewitt. I mean, that list. Then Lotto. Come on. Big D energy. You got to have it. Then I have my country vibes. And on there, some of you might not know, I'm a very big country music fan. And I used to love me some Leanne Rimes, but she's a problem. But her song Big Deal, baby, I used to bump that in the 90s like nobody's business, honey. Early 2000s. So I got Leanne Rimes, Reba McEntire. Definitely had to have Patsy Cline. Come on now, the Judds, Charlie Pride. Gotta have some Dolly Parton. I put Kelly Clarkson on my country playlist because she gives me some certain songs of hers give me country music vibes. Then Etta James, people sleep, but Etta James is a country artist. Etta James is an R&B artist. Etta James is a soul artist. Etta James is the absolute truth. If you don't have Etta James on any of your playlists, you're missing out. You don't know what good music is. I got Sugarland, Kenny Rogers, Conway Twitty, George Jones. Gotta have Randy Travis. And the Chicks, formerly known as Dixie Chicks. Got some Toby Keith on there. Some Waylon Jennings. And I definitely got the Oak Ridge Boys. Shout out again to Louisiana. And for those of you who don't know, if you ever listen to Anita Baker's No One in the World, that's really a country song. Slow it down, put a little banjo in the back, that's a country song. That's on there too. So that playlist is a banger. And then I have my So You Can Sing playlist. Again, if you just type my name on YouTube Music and Chandrika Simmons and then put So You Can Sing, you'll find my playlist. But So You Can Sing is exactly what it is. So on that is music that takes my mind to another dimension. I mean, I sing them word for word, top of my lungs, in the key that they're written in because I'm a singer. Hello. So on that playlist, we have Arthur's Theme from Christopher Cross. A lot of people don't realize that they do know that song. But I learned that song when I was working at Marshall's in the department store. They used to play that song over and over and over again. Oh, I just adore that song. And definitely got to have Hall & Oates. Every single song from Hall & Oates, that was a banger. From Man Eater to One-on-One to Sarah Smiles, everything is on there. And then you got to have Michael McDonald, Bobby Caldwell, Culture Club, Tears for Fears. Come on, the Doobie Brothers, the Bee Gees. I put Tina Marie on this list, but Tina Marie can really go anywhere, but she's on that So You Can Sing playlist. Steely Dan, because you got to have it. Chicago, Simply Red, come on, Lisa Stansfield, Boney James, Crowded House, Fleetwood Mac, Toto, Wham, because George Michael can go anywhere too. Let's be real, but he's on this playlist. Led Zeppelin, Seals and Crofts, because Summer Breeze, people sleep on that, but Summer Breeze does make you feel fine, blowing through the crevices of my mind. Hello, John Lennon, B.J. Thomas, and for those who don't know who B.J. Thomas is, that's the Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head guy. You know the song, you just don't know who sings it. Then you got to have the Eagles. Come on now. And Jackson Browne, of course, Ambrosia. Let me tell you something. Ambrosia, How Much I Feel. I think I'm gonna insert that song here because that song gives every time. Every time that song gives. Ambrosia, How Much I Feel. Ooh. Then Dixie, Midnight Runners. Come on, remember Come On Eileen? That song was everything. So that playlist is out of this world. Bonnie Raitt again. Got John B on there. People say John B can go anywhere, but John B don't have that many bangers. Let's be clear. He really don't. And then, who else? And then going back to Lisa Stansfield, because I'm a Lisa Stansfield fan. Like, people say they're fans of certain people. I consider myself a fan of your music if I've purchased more than one tape or CD. So for Lisa Stansfield, I have purchased every CD that she's ever put out. So that's even her club mixes. I've purchased those. Somehow I don't have them anymore because people tend to steal things and claim them as their own. Hence my husband put them over at the hair salon and using them in his own sound system, thinking he a DJ and thinking those are his songs and his music now, but that's really mine. But I bought every single album that Lisa Stansfield has ever put out. I am a true Lisa Stansfield fan. It's only so many people that I can say I'm a true fan of. Lisa is one of them. Erykah Badu, because I've bought everything she's ever put out. And Mariah Carey, I bought every single Mariah Carey CD, every single one. I'm not exaggerating, every single one. And not only have I bought Mariah Carey's, every single CD of Mariah Carey's and tape, but I bought them twice because my daughter took them from me. Friends, I use that term loosely. Associates have taken them from me, so I'll buy them again because I have Mariah on. I'm going to purchase it again because I have to have it. Let's see, Erykah Badu, Lisa Stansfield, Mariah Carey, and Mickey Howard. I've purchased not everything Mickey Howard's put out because I don't know if she's put out anything lately, but I also follow Mickey Howard on social media too. But Mickey Howard, because she's in my top 5 of all-time greatest singers. Let's see, Erykah Badu, Lisa Stansfield, Mariah Carey, Mickey Howard. Now with Kelly Price, I want to say I'm a Kelly Price fan, but I haven't purchased all of Kelly Price's music. I think I've purchased the first album, the third album, and then the album that she had that song with Stokely on, I want to say. Or did I just purchase the maxi single? I think I might have just purchased the maxi single, but I really do enjoy Kelly Price. I do consider myself a fan, and I do follow her on social media too. So I follow Kelly Price, Mickey Howard, and Mariah Carey on social media, and I also purchased their... I don't follow Erykah Badu, and I don't know why. I gotta go follow Erykah. And then who else have I purchased all of their music? Oh, and Anita Baker. I've purchased every album that Anita Baker has. Like, even the albums that she had when she was in... What's the name of that group? I can't think of the name of the group, but the album when she was in that group, I have that one too. And Luther Vandross. So I purchased every Luther Vandross album too. So I'm a Luther Vandross fan too. Yeah, I'm a fan of those. Chapter 8, that's what she was in. So when I even have that one, Chapter 8 album. And I stopped streaming her music when she told us to stop streaming because she didn't own her masters, and now she owns her masters, and so I'm back streaming again. And for the record, on my Amazon Alexa device, Anita Baker is the only artist on that device. Because I can't figure out how to add anybody else, but I added Anita Baker, and I don't know how I did it, but I added all of Anita Baker. So when I play my Alexa at the office, it only plays Anita Baker. Works for me, because she's the soulstress. But yeah, my playlists are bar none the top. You won't be disappointed when I tell you. So that was So You Can Sing. I went on a tangent, but that last playlist was So You Can Sing. and you get the gist of who's in there. Then I have my karaoke all day playlist. So those are songs that I like to sing karaoke to. And number one song to sing karaoke to is These N-Words for Everybody by Cash Doll. Try it. You're welcome. It'll save your life. You'll think you're the best rap star on the planet and the baddest bitch. Nobody can tell you nothing. Do that via karaoke. It's the best. Then I have my Tiny Desk playlist. So those are all the Tiny Desk artists that I thought brought it for the NPR Tiny Desk series. I put those all in the playlist too. Then Davina has her separate playlist. And if you don't know, Davina is from Detroit. And she was on the soundtrack to some movie. I can't think of the name. But Davina's album is everything. I think she put out subsequent albums, but I only purchased the first one. But I still listen to it to this day. And I think I bought that album in the 90s. I want to say I bought it in the 90s. Yeah. But music was my escape, still is my escape. Anytime I'm feeling like pressure, like right now I'm feeling a lot of pressure because a lot of things are happening. I know something's about to change in my life for the better. And I'm about to be catapulted to a different stratosphere as far as how I'm moving. I usually take my Bluetooth speaker and I go out in my backyard, prop it up on my picnic table, grab my karaoke microphone and just hit one of these playlists and just start singing to the gods. And it's like my own personal therapy. So I have a therapist and I stopped going to her, I think at the end of last year, because I had to start paying. I couldn't pay for my therapist as well as pay for my oldest daughter's therapist. Her therapist was cost three times as much as my therapist. So I had to start paying for her therapy. And so I canceled mine and my therapist recommended other avenues. She understood. So my therapist recommended other avenues for me to do. She said, keep up with my karaoke and then step my pussy up for my TikTok channel. And I did. And as a result of that, I went viral and I have like over 48,000 followers now. And so these are my therapy. These are what helps me cope, because I am dealing with quite a lot in my life. Remnants from my childhood are still rearing their ugly head, and I'm here at 47 years old. It's like it's a never-ending story. Remember that TV? That movie, The Never-Ending Story? The Never-Ending Story with the dog with the big eyes. Anyway, it's just like a never-ending story of stuff just popping up from each other. Even though you try your best to grow from all the trauma that you've been through, if you still connected with the people that caused you the trauma, sometimes it's triggering to have to relive stuff you didn't want to relive in the first place. And so the TikTok channel's doing that with my kids. Great relief, and it helps to bond us also, because that's their thing. TikTok is basically for my 16 and 12-year-old. That's they're on it constantly. And so for them to my 12-year-old to be managing me, and that's how we bond and connect. And then for my 16-year-old to see and ask questions about how she can do different things on TikTok and asking questions and all that stuff. It's just bonds. It's because I don't spend that much time with them because they're now in school in person. That's why I prefer to have them with me. I spent much more time with them that first year of the pandemic, and they thrived academically being with me. But they wanted to go back in person and socialize, and it's things that come with socializing now. Now I don't see them as often as I would like to, because I still have to work and grind. And so this is one of the ways for us to bond, as well as me to have an outlet for my anger at the judicial system of which I am a member, because it's really disheartening to see how bad our people are treated in the system, as well as how indifferent our advocates that look like me are treated. And that's and I maintain my professionalism at all times in court. And so music is my outlet to be able to just sing and these TikToks. And then I do yoga every day. But growing up, music was my parent. When I didn't have a parent, I would put on some music and I felt loved, hugged, seen, just everything. So I think music is, I think it's sad that they've taken music out of schools, particularly public schools and majority marginalized communities, because kids need it, especially kids that look like me, really do need music to as an escape, whether they play an instrument, whether they sing, whether they dance. Because I did all those. I think I played the flute when I was in elementary. That didn't last long. And then I danced in the band in high school, and I also sang in the Black Student Union Choir in high school, and I also sang in church. So, and I can sing. I can hold my own as far as being part of an ensemble, and I can hold a note with certain songs. You know, I'm no Etta James. I'm no Sarah Vaughan. You know, I'm no Anita Baker. But I can hold my own. I can go, hey, this is one of my dreams. I wanted to be a background singer for Erykah Badu. I really did. When Erykah came out with her live album, I played that every day. And I'm like, I could really go on tour with her. If I didn't have the responsibilities that I had, I could be on tour with Erykah Badu. I really thought that in my brain, that I really could be on tour with Erykah Badu. You never know. Shit, I can still sing, and anything can happen in life. My children will be all grown and out of the house in 6 years. So you never know. Life has many twists and turns, and you never know. But that used to be my dream, to sing background for Erykah Badu. And people are really shocked. Like, I was down south for my aunt's funeral, and my cousin Will walked up to me and I think it was what's his name, Freddie Jackson song was playing. And I don't think he knew how old I was. I definitely didn't know how old Will was. But I think he knew how old I was. And I started singing. He started singing by me, and I started singing right along with him. He was shocked that I knew the words. Then he was shocked that I could sing. And so he started telling people all the time I was down there, you know, Shandrika can sing. Shandrika. Everybody's like, yeah, we do. Let me tell you something about having a gift in my family. Who cares? Don't nobody care. You know Shandrika can sing? Mm-hmm. And move on, honey. They do not care. Let me tell you about fostering talents in a family where it's interesting. Let me just say that it is very interesting. I don't know, it's maybe a topic for another day. But you see such potential in these children, and these children do need an outlet. Everything is not going to be STEM, science and engineering. I mean, they want these kids to go into science and engineering so bad. Every school and their mama got a STEM program. Where the goddamn music at? Where the band at? Where the majorettes? Where is the full ensemble? You know, what happened to being a band nerd? That used to be a good thing. What happened to going to band practice? What happened to all the things? It's like they just took all the good things away and just started focusing on the wrong thing. Everybody's not going to be a goddamn engineer. And everybody's not going to be a scientist or go into science. Nobody, and truth be told, who gives a fuck about math? I am 47, a whole practicing attorney. The trigonometry I took in high school, for what? Why? My kids come home every day like, Mom, why do we have to keep taking this? Why do we have to do this? Why wouldn't they be teaching us about financial literacy? I said, I tried to teach you about financial literacy during the pandemic. Got your worksheets and everything. Your ass didn't even want to learn about it. So don't come now telling me that you want to learn about it. I was trying to teach them about the stock market. They got as far as giving me money for me to invest in them some stock. I think CC owns some Kroger stock and maybe some Ford. Lala owns some Roblox stock. So they got as far as investing. They didn't want to learn anything else. They didn't want to learn about economics. You didn't want to know how the government works as far as the stock market and trading and all that stuff. But now you mad in school because now you got to take calculus and algebra and trigonometry. And you're like, this doesn't mean anything for what I want to do in life. I know it don't. And I try to teach you something different. But your ass didn't want to even fill out the damn worksheets and do the puzzles with me. Let me tell you the stuff I go through trying to parent. Whew, music is my escape. That's why I made this playlist last night. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday doing playlists. It was so exciting. And then this morning, I woke up at 9 and I stayed in the bed just creating more playlists till like 11 o'clock. I didn't even know it was that late. It was just so much fun creating playlists. So that next time I'm taking another road trip or I'm away on vacation, I'll have my playlist all ready for me. And all I have to do is just hit the play button and shuffle and boom, boom, boom. And there we are. Because music is my goddamn parent. It will travel with me everywhere. It will be with me till I die. It will love me unconditionally. And it will adhere to and wrap itself around all my feelings and emotions. And I love that. I absolutely love that about music. I think one year, Eric Sermon, who used to be with the group EPMD, had a song where he sampled this Marvin Gaye riff, Just Like Music. And in the song he goes, music is my life. Music is my life. Music loves me and I love music. So if anybody's interested in any of those playlists, check them out. YouTube Music, Chandrika Simmons, and my playlist should go. I don't know if you were to go on YouTube Music and type in my name, will my playlists come up? My playlists are public, so enjoy. I curated them. They're the shit. You'll enjoy them. And they're all over the place. So I have music from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, every genre. I even have Frank Sinatra on there. Fly Me to the Moon. Come on. Michael Bublé. Come on. Let's go. Does it get any better? And Quincy Jones. Hello. And people might not know Quincy Jones used to be musical arranger for Frank Sinatra with the Count Basie band. Hello. I don't know, I just love music and all the history that goes with music. I have this one story. I just told my daughter how I got introduced to Sarah Vaughan. So my freshman year at Eastern, I had this racist teacher. She used to come to class with a basket of flowers and vegetables from her garden. Shit was weird. Come to class with that and her little garden hat. And just the stuff that would come out of her mouth. Anyway, we were leaving class and we were just me and this other student, I can't remember her name. Me and this other student looked at each other like, this racist bitch. And she was, and I was like, what you listening to? Because she had her Sony Walkman in her ear. I was like, what you listen to? She's like, I'm listening to Sarah Vaughan. And she took it and she put it on my ears and I started listening to what she was listening to. I was like, oh my gosh. I absolutely adore this. Where can I get more of this from? And I think my roommate, Demetrius, my freshman year again at Eastern, introduced me to Michael Franks. And I've been in love with Michael Franks ever since Popsicle Toes. Once I heard Popsicle Toes, and he has a song with Brenda Russell. I think it was Sly Calls. think that's the song was like us. And so I've been a Michael Franks fan and I've seen Michael Franks in concert. That's how much I adore him. I've seen Michael Franks in concert and it was everything. Everything. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ugh. And if he were to come in concert again, I don't know if I go again. I've seen him already, but and I don't want to be bothered with these people. I am truly an introvert, but he gave such a good concert. Oh my gosh. I live for that. I used to live for concerts and stuff. I see people are out tonight at the Maxwell concert. Interesting. I don't think I have. I bought Maxwell's first album. I did. And I think he's on my playlist too, one song. You know who's not on my playlist I have to add? Michelle Ndegeocello. Because that first album was everything to me. Remember she was signed to McDonald's Maverick Records? Yeah, I love me some Michelle Ndegeocello. I'm going to add her to the playlist. So I'm going to update my playlist before I go to bed tonight. Because I have to add. Let me run my fingers through your dreadlocks. Oh, yeah. They see my stuff right there. Maybe that should go on my sensual seduction list. Let me run my fingers through your dreadlocks and rub your body down. You know what? We shouldn't say dreadlocks, but that song is still popping. Locks would be a better word for it, but yeah, that Michelle Ndegeocello first album. Because I don't think I bought another album after that. Yeah. Oh, and 9, I didn't add Tracy Chapman. I should put Tracy Chapman in my country vibes. Because You Got a Fast Car is really a country song, if you think about it. It's a revolutionary song. Because it talked about topics that were not, were taboo at the time. But Tracy Chapman's If You Got a Fast Car, that first album, I bought that Tracy Chapman first album because my aunt, again, I think this is my freshman year at Eastern too. My aunt loved her and had her album. She was just everything. Tracy Chapman was everything. And so I'm going to add her, Tracy Chapman, and Michelle Ndegeocello. But yeah, just share my playlist with everyone. You want to enjoy it. It's on YouTube Music under my name, Chandrika Simmons, SHAWNDRICA. SIMMONS, and don't forget to subscribe and like and follow me on all platforms. Hoodrat2Harvard, HOODRAT, the number 2 HARVARD, and listen to my podcast, and then rate me, good ratings, of course, and then leave comments about how you felt about the podcast and all those good things. But yes, follow me on all social media. I'm on Twitter, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm on Fanbase now. So Fanbase is the new app from Isaac Hayes' son. Started an app called Fanbase, and I'm on there. It's not that many of us on there, but if you download the Fanbase app, that's FANBASE. I'm now on Fanbase. So if you want to follow me on there, and that's the app you can get paid on. Based on your number of followers. So like I have all these followers on TikTok and I'm now monetized. However, the way that this new app, Fanbase, is going to monetize you is a little different, and you will get money for actually uploading your content and all that, and people interacting with your content. Whereas on these other platforms, that part is free. You really have to get your money through ads and things like that. And people giving you gifts and things like that. So check that out. Fanbase, FANBASE. But yeah, look for me on all platforms. I do have a website, Hoodrat2Harvard.com. And this episode will be sponsored by my law office, LAWCHIC.com. Check us out for all your legal needs in Michigan. Because if I don't do it, I know somebody that does. Number is 248-732-7559. And this is Chandrika Simmons, also known as the Law Chick, signing out on the Hoodrat2Harvard podcast, season 2, episode 4. Music is my parent.
Girl, you should know better than to go bragging in my face. So forgive me